Yes, I tried turning it off and then on again. Yes, I restarted my computer. Nothing was working. We figured it out though. Here we go. Back for another week installment of Underdog Daily. Super excited. We had a busy holiday weekend there. Hope everyone had a good one. We got the Pitbull released over that weekend there. I was dabbling in the 15-second clocks. We'll fire up one of those in a little bit here. We'll talk through the MLB slate. But first and foremost, we got to wish our guy a happy Christine Michael, the second time around in Seattle birthday. For those playing at home, Nez, how many is that?
That's 32 trips around the sun. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't get the Tajay Spears jersey in time for that bit, but yeah, no, I appreciate it. Had a nice weekend, had the family in town. It was hot as hell here. But we had a good time. We had a good time. Went to the Rangers game. It's kind of a boring game. They played the Rays. I thought they were playing the Padres and Jackson Merrill, but they ended up playing the Rays. But we got to see a Michael Lorenzen masterclass, even though he totally sold my pick 'em, where I needed him just to go 6 innings. It was like 17 and a half outs. And
Yeah.
he was pitching one hit baseball. And but very inefficient. So that wasn't fun. But yeah, it was a good one, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. How was your weekend?
Nice, dude. Yeah, good to see your folks, I imagine. What's hot as hell in Texas right now?
Like heat index of over 100, real temperature of 100. That's like 40 for you, I think.
Yeah,
40
something
something
like
for you.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we got a heat wave warning today because it was warm this weekend. I was playing in a golf tournament on Saturday and stuff there, which hat tip was able to take her down. Won a KP as well there, but a really fun memorial tournament for a guy that I used to play hockey with. Just a great weekend in general there. But yeah, we were playing and it was like 29, 30-ish, something like that. So I
Oof.
guess that's like 86, 89, something like that. And that was like
It's
heat wave
toasty.
warning. That's heat wave warning for us comparatively. So yeah, man, that's hilarious.
It's toasty.
Oh man. Um yeah, let's dive into some stuff. Again, apologies, no show on Friday there. Mr. Good Boy got stitched up. Thankfully, didn't have to have the tooth removed. So he just stitched up his lip and that sort of thing. That was pretty good. And then found my way to the Rolling Stones concert that night, Nez. My old man, he's a big fan and that sort of thing, and wasn't able to go, but he had these tickets that were called Lucky Dip. Okay. And it's
Okay.
part of the fan club, and it's $50 and it's just anywhere in the building. And you don't know where it is until you show up. And like tickets for this concert were like astronomical, right? Like they were like 500, like kind of like anywhere, right? So me and my cousin go, we roll up, we get these tickets, and we roll like pretty nice seats, like 25 rolls up, like right on the side, right? But
Yeah.
they give you these green wristbands because the only people that are allowed to use real tickets, you're supposed to use like mobile tickets, right? The only
Hmm.
people that are allowed to use real ones have these green wristbands on. So, anyways, we go in, we do our thing, we sit in our seats, we're like, oh, this is great. Let's go grab some beers, go grab some beers. And then there's like this pretty attractive woman that I'm just like, yeah, chit chat in the beer lineup, this sort of thing. And she's got a green wristband on. So I go, hey, like, did you get lucky with your tickets and like get like floor ones or get whatever? And she's like, what the hell are you talking about, man? And I was like, yo, the wristbands, these are the lucky ones. She's like, no, that's the floor. Like, that's the pit side of the stage wristband. And I was like, no, it's not. So we compare them, and like the only difference is like a little logo on the side and a little something like this. And she's like, follow me, let's do this. And I was like, fucking right, let's go. So we go through like 4 checkpoints, get all the way to the very end. We're about to walk on the right onto the side of the stage there. And she goes first, and like supervisor is with a trainee. Trainee gives me the thumbs up. Supervisor grabs me on the shoulder and goes, nah, buddy. Nope, those aren't the wristbands. You and your buddy get out of here
Oh
like this,
man.
right? I'm like, fuck, we got. And he's like, just go show your tickets to the guy back there. He'll switch them out for you, but I know you don't got tickets, pal. Like this kind of like laughing and stuff. And I was like, no, man, that's my wife right there. Like, whatever. We go back like 2 stations, and I hit the first guy on the way back, and I'm like, dude, you gave me the wrong wristband. He's like, no, I didn't. Like, just keep walking. And then I get to like this other guy, and I'm like, yo, buddy, man, like I got the wrong wristband. I got whatever. This guy's like, yeah, pit B. I was like, yeah, man. Snaps us up wristbands, and we just fucking walk back in. Walk by the supervisor like a boss with the wristband, 2 wristbands on. Like, yeah, see this, buddy?
Your adventures are just like very funny, man. I am like so not that type of person to like brute force my way somewhere where like I clearly don't belong and don't have tickets for. Like I'm taking my L and I'm going where my fucking ticket tells me to, like an adult. But like
Well,
it was very similar to when you came to Dallas for your bachelor party and you guys are like, we're getting on the court, like we're going courtside, we're taking a picture. I'm like, come on, guys. You didn't take no for an answer. We got no to it to a to an usher. You got to go up into a nice older usher, a nice lady. Get her, you get the yes. She's like, okay, go take your pictures. And we overstayed our welcome down there by like 5 minutes. I mean, I'm just so not my personality to do what you did, but it makes for great stories.
Yeah, I mean, like, just went for it too hard, man. Like, the basketball one, like, I would have just sat down and stayed there if I was on my lonesome or like with just like one other buddy.
Yeah.
Like,
not with a crew of dudes that clearly looked like they rolled into town.
Yeah, man. Oh, good shit, dude. What do you say we do some drafting here? I've been ripping some of these 15-second clocks, jumped in a couple slows over the weekend there. Man, always exciting times here with like these new contests and stuff drafting. Let me pull up some things. I say we start with baseball, kind of do a rapid fire. We're going to try the 15-second clock on stream here. I don't know how it's going to go, dude. I tend to filibuster and ramble and miss picks when we do the 30-second clock. Do you think we could survive a 15-second clock in a minute here?
Yeah, I think it kind of forces you to kind of shut up. And oh, fuck me, dude. Oh my God. Oh, I got a sweat, dude. Holy shit. I think I got a sweat.
Okay, let's hear it. I'm intrigued.
Oh my God. Hold on. I need to check out. I have a lower on Francisco Alvarez. Okay, holy shit. I need to keep an eye on this because if Francisco, holy shit, this is a sweat. If Francisco Alvarez,
good TV, man.
I have a lower on 1.5 hits, runs, and ribbies on Francisco Alvarez, and I paired it with Oneil Cruz and Palacios homer. Palacios just homered.
So, oh my!
Oh,
the Pirates are paying off for once.
For once, dude. Forever. That's all they do. So you'll have to forgive me. I'm gonna have the game over here and just very closely monitoring Francisco.
I respect it. We need live reactions. We need this.
Whew. I'm sorry I didn't share this one, folks. I've been so goddamn cold. I've been feeling bad, worried about my audience and keeping my reputation sound. I can't give you these Pirates. Reputation. Can't give you every Pirates pick 'em that I play, man. But Clay, our boy Clay is gonna be really, really pissed because I gave him another play that I thought was safer. I gave him Christian Scott lower half a strikeout in the first inning. And Andrew McCutchen strikes out of all dudes. He normally doesn't. That was the only strikeout. Paired with Mitch Keller, higher fantasy points. Mitch Keller's going to hit. Man, that's I feel really bad that I didn't include him on this one. But sorry, I couldn't hold that to myself. I would have just been sweating. You'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with Nez today?
I love how you're getting blasted in the chat for not sharing your other one when DA's been along for the ride every time.
If you're a Taylor and you can like show me that you tailored my last 3, I might give you like $10 if this shit hits, just as an apology.
Oh man, yeah. Remember the day when everyone came out of the woodworks with the shipper? Oh, so
yeah, good. Dude. It's like what the. You never know who's fucking tailing you until you finally hit.
Is Nick truly the first member? This is the first member to reach 11 months right now. Has anyone reached 11 months? That is incredible feat. Thank you, Nick, for your support, bro. Yeah, it's great, dude. All right, Nez, you keep an eye on that. We want real-time live reactions here. You tell us when Francisco Alvarez is up, and we'll sweat alongside you. Let's start with baseball streets here. Let me give this a little adjustment. Does that fill in the screen now? We're good there?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, cool. Maybe let's start with lineups. It's only a 5-game slate. I will just say in a vacuum, I think that outfield is maybe okay. Let's start with ADP just for a while. I'm talking through it to help people. it is a very top-heavy slate in terms of pitcher, where there's just like one huge outlier who is one of the best pitchers in baseball, got named to the National League All-Star team. Although Arizona is better facing left-handed pitchers than they are facing right-handed pitchers. That being said, it is Chris Sale, and he has been incredibly dominant this year. There's nobody else on the slate who holds a candle to him, and we'll talk about why and some of the other spots. But it is a top-heavy with the pitcher there. And then I think a lot of my favorite plays fall into this infield category here, even when we're scrolling the F down. And then the outfield feels like there's no standout, like typical, prototypical stud that everyone's fighting over, like your Judge, your Yordan, your whatever. It feels way more flat, and you're kind of like arbitrarily pushing up some of these other names based on matchups. Is that a good overview of the slate for you, Nez?
Yeah, no, you absolutely nailed it. I love small slates. So this is, I haven't really been playing so much with my folks in town. It's really hard to, give a slate your all, which, I love to, I'm all or nothing, John. I like to leave it all out in the lobbies. So I'm excited to really dive back into this one. We just got Rockies and Twins lineups before we went live. So that's exciting and helpful. Yeah, no, you absolutely nailed it. Chris Sale is, for me, my 101. Mostly because the highest implied run total on the slate, you can 5-stack with Chris Sale and get like the best hitters in that lineup. So that's always enticing, but it's been kind like, I am glad that I haven't been playing a ton of volume lately, because these winners, man, I just never in a million years. I know that these slates that have been winning, I would not have been me had I been playing volume. So excited to get back into this one.
To layer on the story of Friday night when I was running hot at the concert or whatever, I looked at it. They were about to go on at like 9:30, and I was like, oh, I wonder how I'm doing in the baseball. And I only did 15 lineups, but I did all 3 contests or whatever, and I was winning all 3 contests before the Stones went on the stage because I went all in on the Tigers, and I was the only dude dumb enough to play Colt Keith multiple times, and I played Colt Keith in like every single lineup with Riley Green, and they both had like 29 and 30 whatever, and then ended up getting wamboozled by Trey Turner's second home run and Will Smith hitting 3 home runs, and he was just stacked with Ohtani, like just as like the lazy like 6th round stack or whatever. And he hits 3 home runs, breaks the slate, and his 50 burger dragged Ohtani's 0 for everyone to just jump me. So it was like, oh man, that would have been an epic like story to tell, that like this guy scrolled the F down for who? Colt Keith, and takes down the whole slate. That would have been fun.
That isn't frustrating, but that's baseball. I guess it is what it is. Like you can't really predict that or really solve for that. It's just the game that we play, I think, is
baseball, baby.
What I am chalking that up to, because it's extremely frustrating. You can nail an entire lineup, but one guy can just absolutely just fuck everything up.
Yeah, I love that we got 3 more day oneers in here with 11-month subs here. Shout out to our guy GA suggesting second member there. Our guy Blake, haven't heard him in a while. He hasn't been hanging out in the Discord as much. When Puck, it is coming. And Brad, a little hey hello from our guy Brad there. So love to see it, man. Couple things I was going to ask. We'll jump into the lineups here. The team in which you were talking about that you could 5-stack that has the highest implied run total on the slate is the Minnesota Twins. A lot of pinch hit risk in that lineup, but we will take a look at the lineup and see how we're going. Okay, one of my cheeky nuggets is now out in the open here, where the leadoff hitter is going basically undrafted in the majority of these things, coupled with the fact that Carlos Correa had the Q tag. He got lifted when he got hit on the finger yesterday. X-rays were negative, and he immediately said, my nugget was after the game, he said, I'll play tomorrow. I'll be in there tomorrow.
That's awesome.
So there's that right there. Our guy Matt Wallner drawing in.
Yeah, John, don't bury the lead, baby. Come on, Matt Wallner, back up. He had a ball, had a single, I believe it was yesterday, like plus 110 miles an hour exit velocity. Come on, dude. Come on. We are so back. We are so back.
I would love to declare us back, but he hits a 110 mile per hour single then he scores a run, and then he gets lifted the very next at bat for Manuel Margot. So just speaking to the fact that there is pinch hit risk in this lineup, Manuel Margot is going to hit for one of Trevor Larnach, Max Kepler, and or Matt Wallner. I don't know which one it is today. It's most likely going to be Larnach or Wallner. Just putting that on people's radars that will happen in this ball game. But we got Brooks Lee in here, man. One of their stud prospects who got the call up there. Austin Martin's still a little banged up. So just thinking through getting some guys in here, but no Carlos Santana in this lineup, who was a cheeky earlier scroll. And then Byron Buxton, man, if you believe and you subscribe to the notion of BVP for against Chris Flexen, he is 7 for 11 in his career against Chris Flexen with 3 home runs. So 2 home runs and 3 doubles. There we go.
And he's hot, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, Byron Buxton's looking real nice right now. I mean, I'm so glad, you know, knock on wood, that he's, you know, been as healthy as he has been this season, and for him to finally get some production. I mean, the Twins always seem to like look good, man. You know, like last year I thought they looked good, just, you know, toward the postseason, that is. They look awesome right now. I'd be very excited to see if they make some big moves at the deadline.
Yeah, they'll be one of. I mean, the weird thing is with the second wild card is like there's always like so many more fringe teams now that it's less polarizing to decide if we're in or are we out, or we just run with this group or whatever. But they will definitely be like one of those ones where it's like, do we have a chance to like take the division from the Guardians and that sort of thing, or do we have a chance to just be a wild card team and not need to add and just kind of keep going as status quo kind of thing?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, these 2 games not on the slate. You are currently sweating that one. Let's start Guardians and Tigers. Not a great place to hit. We've talked about the Guardians wind tunnel. Hasn't been playing as well in recent memory. I've not heard about any alterations. It might just be random variants, but I stacked up Guardians a couple times when they were at home with the lefties, and they scored some runs, but the balls that looked like they were going to get out just didn't get out a couple times there. I was watching some over the weekend. But Gavin Williams making his second start. He got shelled in the first one for 5 runs. He threw a lot of balls. I think it was like 70 pitches he threw and like 40-something balls in that one. And then second start for Montero as well on the other side there. Looking to hold down a rotation spot until about the All-Star break, I think. And then, yeah, kind of like a AAA quad A guy filling a rotation spot right now. But Gavin Williams, a guy that we were excited about early in Dinger season, and then falling out of love with the injury coming up there. So what do you think here, pitching wise and hitting wise, Des?
Yeah, Gavin is definitely in my player pool for sure. Pitching is really shallow. He's got a good matchup in a good park. So you just kind of have to toss that last outing, in the trash. We are White Sox respecters, so maybe it's just the White Sox are just not as bad as people think. But I'm gonna have some Gavin Williams today, just because pitching is as shitty as it is, and love the Guardians today. Even though, like I said, this park isn't like fantastic for hitting, but the matchup seems good. Like you said, this Montero guy just kind of like a fill in, and nothing that is going to scare me against one of the best teams in baseball, shockingly, this Guardians team. So it's hard to stack Kwan and Ramirez because they both go so high. But if you can, absolutely do it. And Naylor is pretty available as well. So definitely looking to get to the top of the Guardians lineup today.
Yeah, like it. Noel's a better hitter than his lineup spot indicates. I played the shit out of him, and outfield's shallow, so you can mix and match with him, like where most people will attack on Fry. If you just zig when people zag, go the Noel route. And then Angel Martinez, 3 or 4 straight days now in that 2-hole, and has been hitting pretty well. So just, I don't know, another contrarian name to mix in. What do you think about the Tigers side? Do you think Gavin Williams can get shelled again? Are you getting to Tigers? I saw some smart people getting to Tigers early in the day, but it isn't something that I was gravitating to. I liked other spots on the slate.
I mean, if I have time to, I will, but it's not a priority for me. But because it's such a small slate, I think if I have, like I said, the time to get to them with the volume that I hope to do, I will be mixing in a little Colt Keith, Riley Green action for sure.
Cool. Next game on the slate, best ballpark for hitting on the slate. It's 91 degrees there. Two mid-ass pitchers who are not high strikeout rates, but they're professional pitchers, Nez, where they're guys who have just been getting outs consistently and seeming to outperform peripherals ever so slightly. It's a weird spot here because I could see myself liking and having to play the pitching, but I think I like the bats in general better. And I've been finding myself gravitating to left-handed Reds and then been gravitating to right-handed Rockies, though this lineup is not what I was anticipating from the Rockies. I was expecting Brandon Rogers to be hitting second, a lefty killer, and then I was expecting Brenton Doyle to lead off and Blackman get the day off kind of thing. I was anticipating like a Tovar Doyle Rogers thing. So I've done a couple 3-mans of that. This makes me a little less bullish, but I will definitely be mixing in basically anyone through the top 6 on both sides.
Yeah, this is a really weird lineup from the Rockies. I totally agree. I would not have expected Blackman leadoff today, but it is what it is. I am getting to Abbott today for pitching. Even though this is, small park, it's still the Rockies. And while Doyle, has had himself a nice season, let alone just past couple series here. It's like I keep saying, pitching is desperate. So kind of have to take what you got. And Abbott seems to be there late for me often. Rockies, again, sort of in that Tigers grouping where if I can, I will get there, but not a priority for me as like I'm building out my first, 20 lineups. The Reds, though, are. You got Ellie hitting from the left side of the plate. Always going to be giving him a boost. He's the 102 for me against Feltner. And especially because the Rockies don't even have a lot of left-handed bullpen arms, from my understanding. I'm not sure if that's changed, via call-ups or anything, but that's pretty bullish for Ellie. Plus, he's got 43 steals on the season, I think, now, which is just like ridiculous. So Ellie and Jonathan India, new hottest hitter on the planet, definitely like that. But outside of that, the Reds lineup at the bottom half isn't something that I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they really need. Jake Fraley has a Q tag right now, who's a personal absence, and personal absence basically allots you, I think it's 2 to 7 days or something, and he's on day like 5 or 6. So non-zero chance. I haven't been trying to follow like where he's at and like that sort of thing, but non-zero chance that he hits 5th as a right-handed or as a left-handed outfielder in this lineup and gives a little more optionality that people aren't really getting to right now. But there's also the chance that this is a really watered down version of the Reds lineup without him there, without TJ Friedel, without whatever. So just treating it for 2-man stacks opposed to onslaughts could be a nice way of just getting to this, like Ellie and Benson or Ellie and Marte, like in terms of like contrarian, even though their lineup spots won't like line up.
Yeah.
Cool. Next game on the slate, the aforementioned Chris Flexen Bowl there, where we said the Twins are the highest implied team total on the slate, yet nobody is really treating them that in terms of ADP. Like Buxton's ADP is up, but I imagine everybody else is going to push up. Jose Miranda was the hottest hitter on planet Earth for a minute there. He had 12 straight base hits or 12 straight at-bats with base hits. That streak ended, and then he got a rest day yesterday or Saturday. And now he's back in there. We already hit on the Correa one. There's pinch hit risk here, but I will have more Brooks Lee than the field. I will have more Carlos Correa. I will have more Willie Castro, etc. than the field. That's my intentions. Nez, anything else to add?
No. I think you nailed it. Like Larnach and Kepler are really, really easy to get to today. It excites me. I think most of my drafting today, until I get to the diversification portion of my drafts, is going to be you mixing up the top and bottom of this order for the Twins and trying to get unique, because the smart drafters are going to be getting to the Twins today. So I need to find a more unique way to get to them.
Like it. The Chris Paddock one, this will be his first start back from the IL. It was right forearm fatigue, which I don't know. Don't love, but kind of sounds like they're resting him and whatever. I could see him having a pretty hard cap here and them trying to like manage, especially going against the White Sox. But I don't know. I've been trying to fade Chris Paddock and get more John Gray in my life. We'll talk about that one in 1 second here, but I've been basically kind of soft fading Chris Paddock's ADP despite liking kind of like the spot in general. And that being said, like White Sox lineup vastly improved over the last like week and a half with everybody kind of coming back. It hasn't really turned into anything yet, but like they're definitely better than they were on paper a long time ago. Yeah. Anything else to add there?
No, you make a good point though, that I think myself included, I see Chris Paddock against the White Sox in the shallow pitching slate. I want to go towards that because it feels safe, but White Sox lineup isn't as bad as we might think, and there are better implied run total spots. Plus, Paddock doesn't even strike out a lot of guys, so yeah, I think it's probably a smart fade.
Cool. The other thing I would add is White Sox only have 2 lefties in their pen. When we were talking about the pinch hit risk associated with it, Margot's going to hit for somebody. It's going to happen. But yeah, just be aware that maybe they can get away with it if they get a big lead early. Want to thank the pound here, man. The fantasy pounders, they travel hard, coming in here, dropping off a Memby for someone. If you happen to be the recipient of that, give them a little hat tip there. I do like this call. PPR Tyler saying that the pen is awesome there for the Twins. Yeah, that's just I like to think of bullpens that are good in terms of like when you onslaught stack against teams. The other one I would throw into that equation is if you're going to Tigers, even if Gavin Williams kind of gets knocked around a little bit in the front end, they have one of the best bullpens in baseball. So it makes stacking Tigers like considerably less appealing to me. Next game there, your aforementioned local team there, your AL team, Nez, the Texas Rangers. We put Wyatt Langford on the cover, who is coming alive, man. Yeah, he had a cycle the other night. I think it was Thursday night, Friday night, something like that. The most overrated achievement in baseball, most hilarious achievement in baseball, but nonetheless, something of note. Yeah, and then we got John Gray going up against a primarily right-handed dominant line, or a lineup that gets dominated by right-handed pitching. You can see Anthony Rendon most likely coming back from the IL, drawing in today. A show favorite of mine from the past before he mentally quit baseball there. But yeah, macro notes here, Nez.
Good park. I like whenever teams play in LA where the Angels play. So it makes the Rangers pretty appealing, but I mean, man, this team just like as on the whole is just really disappointed this season. But it seems like a pretty damn good matchup to be trying to get to them today. So Seager, he's very expensive to get to, right? He's like top 5 pick right now. So it is kind of tough to get the guys that I want, but Langford is just, even when he's getting out, they're like such loud outs. This kid is like really, really coming alive right now. So he's going to be probably my highest owned player today, because you mentioned the outfield pool not being super awesome. But give me Langford today. Just this kid's on fire, and I think we're gonna see some fireworks from him tonight.
Cool. Yeah, I like it. Adolis Garcia got a mental health day off. Don't love to see that. He's been really scuffling for a while here. Yeah, basically since the first month of the season where he had that insane, I guess it was 8 or 9 home run start, and then he's just been shell of himself since then, which is unfortunate after the postseason run that he had last year. And then, that really hot start, it was like, oh man, this could be something. But yeah, Angels, stranger things have happened in the world than John Gray getting lit up. But I will have more Gray than I will have Angels today, and basically Angels just for contrarian sake. Davis Daniel had a good start out, I think 2 ago, something like that, against Detroit. John Gray had a good start out 2 ago against the Royals. I mean, they're both like just mid, and pitching is mix and match today outside of Sale. So I will have both in my player pool. Yeah,
I think I'm, like I said, or like you said, rather, more Gray than Angels for me. So the Angels just really are not playing very well right now, and their lineup does not look very good. So
yeah, agree with you there. Shout out to our guy Johnny Footballs, who was the recipient of the pound sub there, and shout out to our guy Devin Davis, who's it's his birthday there. People were saying in the Discord. So birthday buddies with you, Nez. Oh, no!
kidding me, dude. You have to be kidding me. This fucking guy legs out an infield single? Are you joking? Safe by a mile. Fucking try hard. You're down 7-2, bud.
In a touching tribute to the Neumy tilt emoji. In a touching tribute, Nez takes live tilting a catcher legged out infield single in a 7-2 ball game to lose the pick 'em entry. You
can't
hate
be
to
serious.
see it.
You can't be serious, man. Can I? Neumy, you need to give me a fucking special or something.
We need a special from the company after that bad beat.
Holy hell! Sorry. Continue.
I
Continue.
feel for you, bro. I feel for
Love
you.
it. Love it.
Sucks. We got Braves and D-backs in Arizona. Better place to pitch than to hit. Aforementioned Chris Sale being the best pitching play on the slate. That being said, the D-backs notably hit right or left-handed pitching better than they hit right-handed pitching. Gilbert Diaz is making his big league debut, 23, 24 years old, something like that. Pretty decent strikeout rate in the minors. He was at the AA level and AAA level this year, and I think he was flirting with like 30s territory. Big league projection would be, mid 20s, I guess, off of something like that. Yeah, I could see myself getting to the D-backs for, cleanest path to first, contrarian for contrarian's sake. But in doing so, I would do it in a strategic manner with basically just the right-handed guys, which they will be primarily right-handed at the top of that order outside of Corbin Carroll, I think. But like, yeah, man, getting to, one or two of these right-handed sticks with power, like those are the kind of sticks that change a slate. We've seen Christian Walker break a couple slates over the weekend there. He was going so well, but like Lourdes Gurriel, lefty killer, Ketel Marte, lefty killer, Randall Grichuk, slightly to like a lesser extent, lefty killer. So if you're just looking to pile on with like a one-off or two-off cheap home runs, this is how you break small slates, is going to like a contrarian two-man Arizona for that double bubble leverage. That being said, it is a low probability play, but I will mix it in. Braves can go either way, man. Braves either way against a young big league debut guy. Wheels can fall off, or he can come out and deal. Like, I don't have anything very scientific or intelligent to say about that.
Yeah, it's tough. I really like the very classic 101 double bubble with all these righties for Arizona. Like you said, I think that is like a fun option today. And on the flip side, I mean, when these guys make their debuts as pitchers, maybe they don't have like stellar debuts, but it does seem like teams just like struggle with pitchers they've just never ever seen before as far as like nut fantasy outcomes. So the Braves are getting drafted every single time. I know that because I've auto drafted a couple Braves by accident. So they are very high in the ADP. So I think it would be smart to not make Braves a large part of your portfolio. Just personally, anecdotally, just seems like rookie pitchers making their debuts, if they're not like absolute, like Gilbert Diaz is a real pitcher. He's not just like a quad A guy filling in a start, even though the D-backs are in desperate need of pitching. He's, like you said, he's a pretty good pitcher. So I think fading the Braves is not a bad idea.
Cool. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it, especially relative to price point, right? I think that's the biggest one. Relative to ADP, it's like give me Twins instead of give me Braves is just kind of like where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite stack on the slate, favorite contrarian stack, and then maybe your favorite like price adjusted play or something.
Yeah, Twins like all day for me against flexing. Yep. It's really hard to do anything else. Maybe these Rangers trying to pray that they come back to life because I've got big bags in the dinger contest of these guys. That would be fantastic. And then what was the other double bubble leverage? Well, we talked about D-backs a little bit. And then Tigers, I think low key. Get the Tigers. Just I swear Tigers onslaughts are always find themselves high in these leaderboards lately. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
Cool. Yeah, I respect it a lot there. I will be getting to right-handed Rockies in 2-mans. I will just say that this slate just sets up better for me to not be doing like full 5-mans. I will be doing a lot of 2-2-1s, a lot of 2-3-3 or 2 like 1-1-1-1 and 3-2s. That is just how I will be playing these shorter slates just in general. But specifically to this one, when I find like I don't love the onslaught spots outside of maybe Twins, and everyone's just going to go Twins with Sale. So if Twins with Sale wins, Twins with Sale wins. So like that's kind of where I'm at on that one. I will definitely have some contrarian 2-mans of the D-backs. I will have contrarian 2-mans of the Rockies, and then yeah, that's kind of like the gist of it for me. I think favorite price adjusted play in general is John Gray. I think I will have more John Gray than any other pitcher on this slate. And I don't like consolidating around pitcher, but in terms of projectable strikeouts, he feels like the one that I want to get to cost adjusted.
Yeah, he scares me. He definitely scares me. But
there is nothing comfy pitching wise.
No, this pitching slate sucks. So you gotta tell yourself some kind of story.
What is going on here?
Big ADP.
Big ADP trying to shut us down. Yeah, shout out to our guy Neil. That was a really funny comment when I couldn't get my shit to work, and I tweeted out to see if anybody could help me, and he instantly came in with the big ADP trying to take me down.
And icing on the cake, man. O'Neal Cruz just got pinch hit for, so everything's just coming up, Nez. Let me tell you. I mean, hopefully it's nothing serious, but goddamn, man.
All right, Nezzy, we got Jonesy's pick got a new badge here. Shout out to Jonesy's picks.
Okay, Jonesy.
Yeah, got upgrade in the badge department there. We got some usual suspects in here, man. We got the Falco, we got the Anthrius. GA boss. What a move.
Is that GA's boss? GA reports to GA boss, I think.
That's good. Oh man. Yeah, JAb's saying will Stack Bros get home today? Chances are low. I mean, the Stack Bros almost got home yesterday with Braves, or was it 2 days ago that I saw Braves up there for a minute with Eli White? Shout out, touching tribute to former Ranger Eli White, and he was all over the leaderboard for a few there.
Oh my god, man, that's so few. Yeah, let me throw Eli. Like, oh my god, those type of slates are so tilting. Like, how are you getting
Braves onslaught? No Ozuna, Eli White. Let's go. I love it.
Holy
I respect
shit.
it. I respect the scrolls.
It's crazy.
All right, Seager goes next there. Nez, you said Ellie is your number 2 today.
He is for me, man. Yeah,
sure, let's do it.
Feltner and at home, still in base and a homer. Why not?
Let's do it. Yeah, that game is very interesting to me. It's the most intriguing game on the slate because it's just like the most intriguing game on the slate to me because it's like I could see that game going any which way, and it just makes me want that game, Yeah,
no, I agree. I think you're smart for trying to get to the Rockies. Like that's against Abbott, with some of these lefty killers in that lineup. I mean, it's very smart. The Rockies always go under own, so
it's true. Yeah. And I mean, it's just because they're so volatile, right? When they're away from Coors, like they strike out so much.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, but I mean Abbott isn't bad, but like I've faded him so much. Like, why would I stop now?
Yeah, fair enough. Oh man. Oh, here you go. Jonesy's in the chat with us. Justin said he appreciates it. About damn time he got the badge.
Time.
Love it.
All right, so you don't really have to go. Like, you can do one off Ellie.
Yeah, I'm good with one off Ellie for sure. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to auto stack this thing. Yeah, my mindset. I can tell you what I've been doing is I take John Gray here, and
Just get
then
out ahead of it.
yeah, and even though there's like one on the other side there, like I'm not looking to build Rangers right now. I'm not looking to build Atlanta, so I take who I think is like the most mispriced pitcher, and then I build out contrarian stuff. What would you do?
Yeah. Let's go, John Gray. Let's do it.
Okay. Would you do? I know you like Wyatt in general. Would you do Wyatt as like one-offs, or are you basically only stacking that game environment?
No, I do Wyatt one-offs.
Okay.
You see our boy Brad. I mean, I don't want to blow up his spot, but he's gotten home with a lot of like 1-1-3s. So I've taken that as they are pretty viable. So
Yep.
just it makes drafting easier too if I'm just like mindlessly like, okay, 3 guys I like, and then okay, let's finish this draft with a stack. I think it kind of it makes for easier volume drafting as well.
All right. Then Wyatt it is.
And I mean, and it doesn't. Why does it feel weird to stack like when you have a player like Ellie? Why does it feel weird to stack the opposing team and on the same team? Is that like? There's no way that
Like
there's
little game stack correlation.
yeah. There's no way
Little
that
run back off Ellie.
yeah. There's no way that actually is bad or has any sort of positive or negative correlation, right? There's just no way. But
Ever so slightly. Like in the same vein that like leadoff hitters are worth more than like a guy who's equally talented hitting sixth, or in the same way that like stacking road teams is better than stacking home teams because you're guaranteed the extra 3 outs. I would say there's like ever so slightly a little bit of game correlation where if something gets out of hand early, it plays off of each other.
okay, I buy that.
Yeah. Or like you get a team that's up 10-0, like they're not going to throw their best arms out of the pen after, like they're not coming in with like Clase is not coming in if the Guardians are up 10-0, and that game's more likely to end like 10-4.
That's good. Yeah, that's actually pretty smart.
Yes. Come on, man. What do you think about Colorado then? Start with Doyle.
Yeah, like that. I think that's just like where my mind is drawn to. Like it's Colorado or Minnesota, and we kind of talked about scrolling down to the Rockies. So I think we should.
Okay. Yeah, we could do a 2-man of the Rockies here, or we could do a 3-man and then a one-off. I was thinking like a one-off right-handed power stick versus Sale feels really good today.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
Let's do a Colorado stack. You pick the stacking partner.
I mean, I love Tovar.
Okay. I'm good with Tovar. Tovar been considerably quieter than early in the season. Brendan Rodgers kind of usurped him in that 2-hole for a bit there, but nothing says we can't get on track with Tovar versus lefty in a good park.
Yeah. Nobody says that.
You know what's weird is like we always play Colorado and we always ape into Colorado at home and stuff like that. The funny thing about Colorado today is they're actually getting park upgrade for home runs.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right? It's so weird. It's like you go to a small park and it's like,
and it's actually kind of a it's a lateral move really on the whole.
I like this point from Lackey in the chat here, suggesting that like same game correlation matters more so in close matchups than bigger spreads just because of the extra innings value. Probably plays best in hoops comparative to MLB, but like non-zero chance that that's 100% correct. Hi, Copper. Our guy Jacob asking, still can't believe Langford was 25-1 for Rookie of the Year about a month ago.
Jeez, I wish I'd seen that. I told Herzig to hedge his Kauser AL Rookie of the Year with that, but I think you just ended up flashing out.
Let's take a one-off against Sale. We get a little double bubble here. We don't need the whole game to go nuke, and we just take a 3-hole hitter who is a lefty killer who will be considerably less owned than Marte or Walker.
Yeah, I'm for it.
Let's do it.
Can't believe we
Lourdes
pass up on a
Gurriel.
one-off tool shed though while you're behind the sticks, but I like it.
Guys got it. Guys got to scroll, man. Guys got to scroll.
Ooh.
Jay have suggesting that the Candelario steer stack is the one that you need, not Ellie today. Not a bad shout
Ooh,
there.
okay.
Paid asking, is that a CJ 2K behind you?
Goddamn right.
Woo! Love it.
Pretty, ain't it? I think it is.
Yeah,
it is. It's not Eddie. It's not Eddie George. I'm pretty sure it is CJ2K. Just want to a couple things here too, John, because I do have to take off in about 20 minutes or until my wife gets home and tells me I need to shut up so she can do her job. If you're in here and you haven't liked the video, give us a like. It helps us out. If you haven't subbed, haven't turned on notification bell, please do that. That is very helpful for us and keeping our dogs fed. And if you're not a member, consider becoming a member and get some cool emojis and get some members-only streams once, sometimes twice a week. And little programming note for myself, PPR Tyler in the chat earlier, going on his show tonight. So very excited about that.
Love it, man. Yeah, it's great. And then link below if you guys want to get some badges on some shirts and some Badge Bro merch there. I caught myself a new fresh set recently. I got the That's Fair t-shirt
I
on
need
today.
that.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. But tons of stuff in that Pete Overzet merch store. Nez, I'm really gonna test your football knowledge right now with the CJ2K in the background. I'm gonna hop into draft as we do so. I'm going 15-second clock on the Pitbull so Nez can maximize his amount of picks alongside us and to see if we could keep up on stream. We got 2 more spots in the 15-second clock to see if the dumb streamers can keep up with a 15-second clock on stream. But Nez, whom was the backfield mate of a CJ2K? Do you want? Okay, I was gonna say on the Titans of that era. Do you want another clue?
I need a clue.
Former USC Trojan backfield mate of Reggie Bush.
Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea actually.
Lendell White.
Oh wow. How many carries
did
he even get that season when he ran for 2K?
I have no idea, dude.
It could not have been like more than 30.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just remember him being drafted by them and playing for them for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years in that time.
That's all. I'm gonna have to look up some older rosters now because that's.
There we go. The TD score. Nickname was the Whale. That's a good clue. I wouldn't have got there. I didn't know that.
I would have never gotten Lendell White as CJ's backup. What's
there
his
was
name for him? Why am I think I'm remembering him as like a Brown for some reason.
No. He only played for the Titans, I think. It was like he was with the Titans for like a couple years and then he was like gone. He was a flash in the pan there. Christian McCaffrey going second there, Nez. We got 15 seconds on this boy. I vote Justin Jefferson.
Okay, Davis.
Let's go.
Big Justin Jefferson guy. Yeah. Davis is like overwhelmingly in on Justin Jefferson with like 1% Jamar Chase, because he's doing his streams now. So I checked out his inaugural stream and he was walking through his JJ exposure. Our boy Hayden Winks, recurring guest of the show, tweeted out JJ's stat line post injury without Kirk Cousins, and it was like a 2,000 receiving yard pace. It just doesn't. This dude's QB proof, and with a really good coach and a rookie QB they just drafted top 10 ? I think it's JJ obviously. So yeah, no, I'm gonna have big JJ bags as well, and I am like pretty scared about the Jamar Chase fade that I have going on. It's not quite a 4%. It might be like 5%. Jamar Chase for me, and that does feel like bad knowing that like on a week-to-week basis, he can do what everybody else does, and that's kind of but it's It's JJ, man. You know, this is the 101 last year.
No, yeah, I know. We've talked about this before where it's kind of like we saw like just being the value of being in that KOC offense is agnostic to quarterback, right? That's like the most beautiful way to sum it up. Yeah, GA asking if Crutches is still in the main. I don't know. Like I was following his timeline a little bit. I don't think you play the 1K event in the middle of like I've never played the 1K in between the main because like there's not enough days if you final table it and then day 2 comes up. So I don't know, to be honest. That's a question for him. But I was following along a little bit on his timeline there that he was playing like some side event and he was having a pretty deep run. So best of luck to him. Hopefully that one panned out. I hope he's still in the main, but I don't know.
Yeah, shout out to him though, chasing the dream. Come back with the bracelet, brother.
Yeah. Nico Collins comes back to us here. I have the I don't know which ranks I have in. Which one do you like here?
I love Nico. I have no problem with him.
Okay.
A little bit of an ADP value, but I guess it does kind of end up canceling out. Yeah, with JJ.
Yeah. I'm finding myself harder and harder to click on Nico recently.
Why?
I would take Mike Evans there and stuff. I don't know, man. Like I look at I just keep looking at those fantasy life projections and like,
yeah,
I don't know, just doesn't feel great.
No. I mean, I think it is like I'm not so sure. I think the pass volume, like I think it's baking in a kind of lukewarm pass volume.
DK or Kyron or Cup for me.
I think Cup or Kyron.
Cup or Kyron. Let's do the Cup thing.
Yeah. I'm going to have a lot of Cooper Cup this season. Definitely taking him a lot more in that early 3rd round range. But with Nico, man, I just think if the pass volume is up and they are just playing aggressive, that obviously is going to be a huge boost for Nico. And I think the projections right now kind of are a little conservative on what the Texans are going to do, which is normal. So we just need that Stroud. Stroud has to. We are kind of baking in a leap forward with Stroud as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you look great, but I couldn't. I don't have a strong favorite as far as leading receiver for the Texans though either. Mm-hmm. I'm on record as loving Stephon Diggs this season. And I think he could very well finish as wide receiver 1 there too. It could easily be Tank Dell as well. But I mean, Nico's a grown ass man at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it, man. I like easy line of thinking here right now. Like this is kind of like where my mindset is. He's like working projections and upside situations. Like Nico needs help to get there. Evans just needs to not fall off. Like I find that so true. Yeah. James kind of piling on the same thing where it's like Nico needs help. Evans is just a year older. Yeah, I'm kind of similar there. I don't know. Maybe the Canales leaving situation for the Bucs will be more impactful than we're giving credit. We got an absolute high T start here out of the 9 hole. We're going Hall, Achan, Laporta, Pacheco. Alpha play.
Alpha
play.
Yeah, the Evans versus Nico is a pretty interesting conversation for sure. Somewhat related to that is like I'm thinking a lot more Godwin lately, like a lot of Chris Godwin lately.
We got a couple seconds.
Hello, I love this. We are up.
Who do you like? Trey?
Take whoever you just said.
Okay. Let's take Trey McBride. We always play the hits and we take Andrews with Nico. I think if Lamar's already gone, taking Trey might just be more fun. And you get that Arizona and Rams stuff from this side of the board, which I think Trey usually goes on the other side of the board paired with like the Puka stuff or the Kyron stuff. So I think getting the Cup stuff on the left-hand side of the board with him makes sense, especially after what's his face was already taken. Lamar was taken in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Jacobs, Allen, Godwin.
I'm gonna tell you Josh Jacobs, but you can do what you want.
I'm good with it. Yeah, I'm totally fine with Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs in the 5th round just feels very nice. I mean,
I
our
know.
knee jerk reaction to him in the big board was that we were going to put him in the third round and he
I
could
know.
sneak up, man. Like, and we're just getting him in the fifth over and over again. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I kind of cooled off on Jacobs because I was like waiting to see where the fall would end, and now that this is like seems to be the tipping point. Levitan kind of tweeted out his chart today, or his viz of ADP risers and fallers, and it seems potential tipping point as far as the wide receiver love, where over the past week all the risers were running backs, albeit very small rising. So things kind of plateaued a little bit. And man, just thinking about like every time I think about Jacobs, I'm on board. Anytime that I spend time thinking about Jacobs like independently, I get so excited. But anytime I listen to anybody else in our space, I'm like, oh man, I'm such a dunce. Like, what? But like the situational upgrade, I just think is insane for Josh Jacobs. It's absolutely insane. And when you look at how good Jordan Love was last year, what are defenses going to do? Like what are they actually going to do? And they're probably going to not pile 8 guys in the box to stop Josh Jacobs. They're going to worry about Jordan Love.
Right. Yeah. And then there's been some bullish comments about Josh Jacobs' usage as part of the receiving game. They've done stuff like re-sign AJ Dillon, which makes me a little less bullish on Marshawn Lloyd instantly having an impact there. I don't know, man. Like Marshawn Lloyd was like a late transfer to USC. Like, sure, he was like shifty and he was like fine, but like isn't profile as like a dude who will get like 25 carries or 20 carries, 20 plus carries a game. Like he's never going to like take Josh Jacobs' role. So it's kind of like, if he comes for like 8 and 4, like, like 8, he gets 4 catches and 8 carries like later in the season, juxtaposed to Josh Jacobs. Well, your Josh Jacobs teams probably aren't getting home anyways, because that means he played poorly at the start of the season. Right. So it's like, if we're just bullish on the offense and we're bullish on Jacobs, like just slam Jacobs. Right.
Yeah. I mean, if the third round running back, outplays and takes the job of the running back they just signed, who has a history of like 300 touch seasons and actually being good, I'll tip my fucking cap. Like, okay.
Right.
Good work.
Rome, Hopkins, Brian Thomas.
Hopkins or Thomas?
Take Hopkins.
Yeah.
I don't take a ton of Hopkins. Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, I really like Hopkins.
I normally take Brian Thomas over that there. I don't take a ton of Rome, even though I think like the price tag is very fair on him. Maybe if we had a Seattle piece, taking Rome would feel like better.
Have you done any weekly winners?
Yeah, like a handful, but not like a ton.
Rome Odunze in weekly winners has an ADP of 88.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, I get the FUD around him, like, just not being a factor to start the year. I think this is Watson.
Watson for me. Watson or, yeah.
You get that 17 correlation with Jefferson, gives us another out at quarterback that could potentially come back. Gives us that correlation with Jacobs.
Feels like a huge tier break. He feels like the tier break, too, at wide receiver, right? Like the last of that, like, strong wide receiver tier, where after this, it's just like, these are just like, I need a wide receiver. I'll take this. I'll take these guys.
Who do you think the wide receiver in this range we could look back and be like, yo, we were the most wrong about?
Ooh, good question.
Like, I don't
like that's such a strong, like that's a good question. And I mean, like, the cheap, lazy answer is like none of them. Like I don't think can any of them break through into here? And if it is it Cortland Sutton with like Bo Nix having a like Justin Herbert level like rookie season where it's just like he played an electric offense, nobody bought it, and then he comes out guns blazing. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe the guy that would like put up numbers is good at the game, potentially. I mean, he had 10 touchdowns last year with Russell Wilson. We all thought Russell Wilson sucked. Is it possible Cortland Sutton has a nice season with Bo Nix?
Yeah, I think Sutton could be like the jumper. I was thinking about it through the lens of most wrong from like the other angle, where it's like, yeah, who could jump this tier of that tier falling? And I think like the Coleman and Samuels like both can't be right. You know what I mean? So I think between the Bills guys, like one of those has to be wrong because I don't think one of them is potentially a third rounder or a second rounder. You know?
Yeah, and I don't think Curtis Samuel is wrong either. I like Curtis
Okay.
Samuel.
Yeah. Let's start thinking about our next pick here, man. These things fly. This is so fun.
Yeah.
We are already in round 8 at pick 94. Juxtaposing that to like Pete's stream this morning, they had a 55-minute BBM draft there, him and Sean. Like, wow, these are fast.
Holy
We got a
running backs.
1. Swift feels good. Love feels good.
I'd say
Zach
Love.
Moss.
But you like Swift. Take Swift. You like Swift.
Dude,
Love should be there.
Love's going to come back. There's no reason for either of these guys to take Love at the corner, especially with Burrow and Dak. Even if they
are, those are nice. Yeah, those are like nice, like safety security.
Yeah. There's no reason for them when we both we have 2 Green Bay picks. I think that's just like you just let it go. I think Swift and Moss would go on this corner no matter what. So taking one of them. I think I like Moss a little more, but yeah.
More than Swift. I was gonna say Moss is your boy. I have a so I think this is gonna be Jordan Love here. So I have a challenge for the viewers and for yourself, John. Mm-hmm. I want somebody to show me a bullish Chase Brown tweet, thread, whatever, that doesn't include that screen pass in week 14 against the Colts. Can anybody show me, like somebody pumping up Chase Brown without that like broken screenplay? That's like what you see every time someone is pumping Chase Brown bags. I'm like, all right, what else has this dude got? Like, what else has he shown us that makes us so excited? I mean, he did look fast. He did look fast. I'll give him that.
The only 2 pieces of content I could show you is him talking through his hometown, good Canadian boy, and him on the ice with the Montreal Canadiens, knowing how to stick handle a little bit. Got me a little bullish, got me a little scared about my Zach Moss. I don't think Zach Moss can dangle snipe Sully like Chase Brown can. So
you know what you're conveniently missing out?
Dude.
You're conveniently leaving out a piece of information about Chase Brown on the ice because you are very much you like your football players to embody male attributes like very much traditional gender roles, and your boy Chase Brown was rocking I think some 5-inch inseams on the ice. Is that wrong?
Hey,
oh no, John, too much thigh. We're about to see too much thigh. Whoa, hey, somebody censor that. That's for the paywall.
I got nothing wrong with the 5 inchers when you're showing it off when you're working out there, Nez. The 5 inchers are you're displaying how big your quads are, like the AJ Dillons, man.
Okay. Now we know where you stand.
Oh, God.
The mic was a little too perfectly aligned there.
Too bad. Yeah, somebody can clip that and make fun of me forever. The beautiful thing about our show is we make fun of ourselves more than anyone else could possibly make fun of us. So there's no coming back.
Yeah, we got you beat. We're like we're B Rabbit in the final rap battle.
All right, Nez, we got to start thinking about this next one here. Singletary Quorum gives us a little bit of stack love there. Wicks fits in with the love stuff. Myers, I like. Who do you like?
I love Devin Singletary.
Oh God, for real? You're gonna make me take Devin Singletary
again? Yeah.
Dude. Are you sure you don't want one of these 2 wide receivers with all this green on the board?
No, I want the guy whose backups are Tyrone Tracy and Eric Gray. That's who I want. And you know what I realized is the GM Shane in New York was the GM in Buffalo. I think Devin Singletary was a Buffalo Bill. So
it's all overlapping previous coaching staff and previous drafting and hiring tree.
Yeah, all the way.
Like he's so clearly their guy. Like you're not wrong in any respect. Ooh, things going well on the other side of the board for us because I didn't think we'd get one of these wide receivers back, and I think we wanted one of them on this team.
Yeah, definitely.
Gabe Davis gives us week 17 correlation. Myers, I just like in general. Wicks stacks as a third piece to Green Bay. What do you like?
I've been doing Gabe Davis lately, but Wicks stacks, and Myers is probably the better projection pick.
Give me a name. Give me a name.
Davis.
Oh, too late.
It's cool.
Wicks
We'll
it is.
stack.
The guy forgets it. It's 15 seconds, dude. Come on. One for you, one for me on
that's
that
fair.
turn.
No, that's yeah, no, that's all good. But I've been taking way more Gabe Davis lately.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just like thinking through his situation, we're giving him quite the discount for going to another good quarterback. Are we not? Do you remember where we were taking Gabe Davis and BBMs prior? Do you actually remember?
Who's the we?
The market, John. You're a part of it. You participate in the open market, John.
I guess. Yeah, but like I was just never a Gabe Davis guy. Like I just thought he was like a one-trick pony, like deep threat guy. But I mean, being tethered to Josh Allen is just like, I don't know, so much better, I guess. I don't know. Maybe
sure.
Yeah, maybe Trevor Lawrence is not shown his full potential, and that's what the new contract indicates. And maybe they just needed rid of Calvin Ridley for whatever reason, despite him loving him and saying all his praises. I just can't. I know the projections love them. I know they underperformed last year. I just can't see them being better at passing this year when they have Gabe Davis instead of
Zay Jones.
Instead of, well, no, I was thinking, I guess because Brian Thomas is the default replacement for Calvin Ridley. Is that the thought process?
Right. Yeah.
I guess.
Gabe Davis Brian Thomas is like Zay. Calvin Ridley, and then like he's their new Zay Jones.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I just recently sold myself on this, by the way. Like, I don't believe this like overly strongly. It's just like, hey, we're playing a game where we need a lot of points in week 17, and I think Gabe Davis has a history of giving us some spike weeks here and there, and I think I was overthinking it a little bit.
Yeah, entirely fair. Who do you like here, Nez?
Jesus Christ! This
can't do Lloyd.
Leggett.
Okay. I don't take a ton of Leggett. Sure.
Yeah, me neither. But he's very personable, and he's a rookie.
He is fun to listen to speak.
Yeah. Don't you just want to root for that?
Yeah. I don't know. Is it crazy to like try and take Darnell Mooney there and then push Kirk Cousins around the end and then stack Cousins with Mooney instead of like stacking Cousins with the prototypical London or Pitts or?
Yeah, I'd rather probably just like not stack Cousins at all.
Yeah, fair enough.
Stafford stacks. And we have the game stack, so
no bye week over. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the Stafford thing. I think the majority of Stafford and the majority of my Stafford picks have all been on the right-hand side of the board, especially in BBM. Matters a little bit less in the Pitbull, but I think they've all been on like the right-hand side of the board, not just because of Puka, but just because where Kupp was falling previously, where Kyron falls to previously. I do think that like though two of my highest exposed players are Kupp and Stafford, that getting them on the left side of the board, maybe this is more of a BBM conversation than it is a time box conversation, but just in general, I think I do need to be doing a little bit more of this where like, I don't want to quit Kupp yet, but I need to take them on the left side of the board and I need to stack them on the left side of the board because the ADP doesn't perfectly align yet.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, we have the Trey McGronk game stack there, and Hayden talked about it, and other smart people talked about it as well. This Rams offense kind of projects like very, very well. So Stafford not as bad of a pick as as it might seem way down here. Nice little emergency stack when we are building out this Kupp and McBride thing. What did I want to look at? Oh, I want to look at the A-Dot. Go ahead. Sorry.
We got a 2-3-7-1 going right now. We got that Green Bay kind of like onslaught. We got a skinny stack of the Rams with a McBride bring back. So we probably won't want to tack on Colby to this one. So we got to think about second tight end. And if we're comfortable with just two, are we comfortable with just two quarterbacks or do we need a third here with Love and Staff? And then we need to decide, is this a 5 running back team or a 6 running back team with Jacobs, Swift, and Singletary?
I think we could do 5 running backs, but that is, probably going to depend on who number 4 is.
Okay.
Three
It's been
quarterbacks would be nice, but I think that that's more of like a luxury than like part of our future plans. But
okay.
it would be nice to have for sure. Like I love Jordan Love, but I think a third QB. We could even do McCarthy potentially. I forget who the rest of our wide receivers are. Man, these drafts.
Yeah, this feels
And we have
gross.
Bryce Young too, still
I think
available.
this is Fant.
Okay, let's do Fant. I'm cool with it.
I mean, like we could have gone like the likely route and you kind of shoot the moon a little bit. If we do Chig, we set up a double with Hopkins.
Did Levis go? I think he's a.
There he is.
I
mean, I'm not opposed to taking 3 tight ends, but I don't want to take 3 quarterbacks then.
I would rather do 3 quarterbacks with Trey McBride.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got to go running back, and we just got to swing at Khalil Herbert because there's like nobody else really.
I like Khalil. I think this is. I mean, obviously we have Swift. It's kind of a bummer, but
oh shit, yeah, no, we don't want that. We don't want that.
Okay,
I don't want that because I mean the thesis with taking Khalil here is like he might leave and he might be gone. I forgot we had Swift there, and then you're kind of like aping into the narrative that they end up on different teams or something. I don't really want to handcuff that team with a team that we think is going to be more pass centric than run centric.
Yeah, that's fine. Braylon is probably the smarter pick there for sure, considering he was our 4th running back. Like the 4th running back being a handcuff.
Yeah,
probably not good. So good save.
We got 3 picks left. 1's going to be a quarterback and 2 are going to be running backs, and then we're comfortable with a 7 wide receiver room of Jefferson, Collins, Kupp, Hopkins, Watson, Wicks, and Leggett. That feels strong that feels like 7.
Yeah, no, that's a good 7 wide receiver room considering the first 5 were done by pick 75. And Wicks and Leggett are some nice upside picks. I like it.
I think if we took if we took Chig instead of Fant, we could have done Will Levis to this team.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what is Will Levis? I mean, he does give you like a little bit of spike potential.
It's just like a premium stack with Hopkins,
right?
And more and more people. Dude, this. Sorry, just now seeing this 6-hole drafter doing the.
What do we got?
A lot of he did like a 0 RB start, but I just saw all that green and I was I was flabbergasted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, John Boy Beats with his sim stuff. He just posted some new stuff, and he's more so looking at the back half of drafts, but back half of drafts and adding a 3rd QB when you don't have like a quote unquote elite QB, which this wouldn't include Jordan Love, can through the sims adds like 20 points, and you're seeing
they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it 2 months ago, but now John Boy Beats got sims.
A lot of people, I was definitely like the one that needed to hear it. And, Pete's been a big proponent of 3 QBs as well through his drafts. I think if you want to do Levis, just do Levis now.
I think we want to do running back. Who do you like best?
CEH, while I'm on the spot.
Okay. I wonder how much more tethering there is to ADP in the 15-second clocks versus like the 30.
I think way more.
Yeah, I think so too. Because like I think we just kind of like accidentally default to it when we're not like talking about a pick for an entire round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chig goes there. We could do the Levis thing here if you want to make this 3 quarterback. What gives us a higher ceiling? Levis tethered with Hopkins here, and then we could potentially do like a tank bring back with our very last pick. Or we could do Levis goes. Okay. There goes that plan.
JJ
McCarthy
Slayton.
with I don't
JJ
want another
Slayton.
wide receiver.
Okay. Then
I think we need a running back.
Yeah, we're gonna wish cast this last running back. Oh no! Do you have rankings or positional limits?
No. Well, I had them for auto drafting. Let me check on the other page. I don't think I would ever have quarterback at less than. Let me see.
Oh no! It's all right. I like Slayton.
That's all right. You wanted him anyways, right?
It was an option.
Positional limits. No, I have positional limits at 3.
We're gonna have to watch the replay on that.
Positional limit 3, 6, 9, 3. Huh.
What happened here? Let me run.
I don't
it back
know.
on
Maybe
the
I
side.
just didn't click fast enough. Maybe I just didn't start up fast enough. Oh.
No, you did. That was weird.
I didn't get it there. It's on me, eh?
No, I thought you had it in on time. Neumy.
It's okay. It's okay. That's probably just like one of those classic little like internet spike lags, like while we're streaming, while we're drafting, while we're whatever.
I mean, I'm not mad at Slayton, even though like we agreed that we didn't need another pick. At least it's Slayton. I'm never mad at Darius Slayton on my team.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, what does that do for us? I mean, it gives us like a Trey Sermon or Evan Hall as our last running back, because I think now we just need to take a running back, right?
Yeah, but I would. Can we look at the options here, because this thing is flying?
I mean, we could still do JJ, but are you comfortable with Jacob, Swift, Singletary, Allen, CEH? Because
let's say no. I do. I mean, you know me, man. I like 2 quarterbacks, so like I'm fine with going 2 quarterbacks here. I just had that fresh in my mind, and we had potentially Levis there. So my 2 proposals here are Samaje Perine potentially getting released and or having some sort of role. Bigsby, but I'm not really a Bigsby guy, and Alexander Madison.
Okay. We like that Vegas playoff schedule. It doesn't really correlate Atlanta, Jacksonville in week 16.
Madison is a week 16 or week. He correlates at some point with the Packers, I believe.
Not Packers, but he correlates with Jags. Because let's do it. Let's take Alexander Madison. He is Atlanta, Jacksonville, New Orleans. I know that Vegas one because I like it for the sprint contest. Wow, that thing was lightning, though. So we are an hour, 17 minutes into our show. We did a 5-game baseball slate. We did a baseball draft. We did a 10-minute bullshitting around. And then we did a full draft, and it's under 1:30. It was a little discombobulated and quick, but
but it was a good. It was a good team. I still think it's a good team.
I mean, it keeps us on the clock. Like it keeps us like focused on the clock for sure. All right, what do we got here? This one was with Nez. July 8th. All right, Nez. We ended up with the Slayton instead of JJ, which I guess I'm not bent out of shape about. It turns us into a 2-6-8-2. But as you were alluding to, as some of the sim stuff's alluding to, as some of Leone's research is alluding to, as Pete's been alluding to, and as the chat here, as Jay is suggesting right now, 3 stacked quarterbacks is so helpful for weeks 15 and 16. I fully agree there. But yes, GA is correct. It doesn't give us enough time to gal brain some crazy picks out here. So maybe when we stream, we stick to the 30-second clocks. The Canadian internet wanted Slayton, though. That's the decision we made. 2-6-8-2, kind of traditional format. Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Swift, Devin Singletary, Braylon Allen, CEH, Alexander Madison, Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Cooper Kupp, DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks, Xavier Legette, Darius Slayton, Trey McBride, Noah Fant. Pushed up Kupp to the left side of the board a little bit there, which is something we haven't done on stream recently. Noah Fant was playing the hits and kind of just like a click. We got our 5th round Josh Jacobs, which we like. What do you think, Ness?
I love it. I mean, this is a running back room that I would consider like weak-ish, but getting 6 is nice considering that Jacobs and Swift are on this team. Like those are 2 pretty decent capital investments here. I love Jordan Love, and just that Packers bet feels very, very nice. And it's so beautifully correlated with Justin Jefferson. So that feels great. And then some contingency plays here with Braylon and Madison, if those happen to hit. I mean, this thing is just absolutely cooking. So
not bad. Give me an out of 10 for the fellas here.
Sure, I give it a 9 out of 10. Because we didn't
9. Ooh.
consciously make every single pick here, but it's just close to a 10. It's close to a 10, man. I really felt good about this one.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's high praise. Nines on this show is like, I'm the routine pessimist when it comes to uh, looking at these rosters, but I guess getting like the triple stack of Green Bay with the not run back in Justin Jefferson feels really nice as like a 17 correlation and a bet on an offense that we like. Yeah, man, this thing could be rolling if it finds its way to week 17. That's for sure.
It's nice, man. I'm telling you, we did it.
Yeah. Copper agrees with us that the Packers stacking, say that fast. Plus EV there. Rookie score from Nez Pitch is suggesting. Yeah, I give it a 7.8. I give it a 7.8 here. Weddings and best ball drafts. Just love. That's great. I love that.
Just love. Just love them.
That is a beautiful thing. All right, great show. We still got 220 of us hanging out here. Do us a favor, hit that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. We'll be coming your way every day for the rest of the week at 2 p.m. Eastern. Probably more of the same tomorrow, Nez. Probably do another football draft, a little bit of baseball there. I'm pretty sure there's no WNBA until Wednesday. Maybe we dust off those chops, get in the WNBA streets just to check it out. We still got to do a double dribble. Maybe we do that one. Maybe we reach out to some industry people and do one of those, or we can do one on the paywall there. But we'll have 4 more shows this week. And yeah.
It's going to be good stuff. We'll have more time to actually talk through some Galaxy Brain stacks. The 15 seconds, though, is so awesome. And man, oh, man. Imagine these things on a puppy. I mean, just talking out loud here, John. Imagine getting the 15-second option on a $5 tournament that pays out like $200 to first. I mean, John, I'm merely spitballing. Okay, I'm just talking out loud.
You're just putting it out into the ethos, right?
I mean, just picturing it, if you will, in the mind's eye. I don't know.
I respect it, man. I respect it. I like it. I hope it comes to fruition. I hope it's not just spitballing here. I'm slowly looking up one potential one here, and I think I can endorse this because I'm about to put 25 USD on this one behind closed doors. Who was it there in the chat at the end there? Noah's asking for an emergency
pick 'em entry.
Last minute pick 'em entry. All right, here you go. The last minute pick 'em entry. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. going deep. Brooks Lee going deep. We get a 4.75 and a 4. One in a really nice matchup and underpriced rookie with some power. Hits from both sides of the plate. Won't get pinch hit for. And then Lourdes Gurriel, lefty killer, just needs to run into one fastball from Chris Sale or one hung back foot slider there. 25 bean, and you can pay for half of BBM right there.
I love it.
It's a long shot one. But there you go.
Those are the most fun though. You gotta get your bang for your buck, man. I mean, nothing better than, like if you, 14.25, you played $25 in a battle royale and took home 14.25, I'd be pretty damn happy.
Right, exactly. Yeah, well said there, Nez. All right, do us a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, that notification bell on the stream. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Do us a favor, go check out ADP Chasing after this. Shout out to the new That's Fair merch in the store there. These are comfy fit. I like these shirts here, similar to the ETR shirts. The quality of them, the comfort, whatever they're called, color comforts or whatever. You're muted as hell, dude.
How do we get that upgrade? I was saying comfort colors. I don't know if you could read my lips. Yeah. We need that upgrade. We might upgrade.
Have to. Yeah, Badge Bros shirts going comfort upgrade. Maybe we'll give away some Badge Bros shirts in the future here. Oh, reminder, 12 p.m. Saturday. I will have the location for people. I don't remember it offhand right now. It's somewhere on Main Street. But if you are in the Vancouver region, I'll be handing out some merch there for silent auction, some UD merch there for the Scott Fish Bowl. So if you guys are in this area and just want to come hang out with people talking football, even if you're not in the draft, more than welcome to come, wear your jersey, wear your Badge Bro shirt, whatever you guys are doing. and we'll draft some teams together, and somebody can be a pseudo draft help to me because I don't even know the scoring format. Yeah.
Good luck.
There we go. I'm a best ball bro, man. And Copper Price is coming this way in 3 weeks. Fuck yeah. Love to see it, man. Hopefully we can link up there. All right, Nez. On behalf of you and me, this is everybody's favorite time of the show. The end. Peace.
See you in the lobbies.